Welcome and happy birthday, Aquarius. Hello to all my seekers who are watching. I know a lot of you guys watch all my signs or more than a few. Cool. Hey, why not? All right. So, you have center stage. There's a stallion going on in your sign. Saturn, Jupiter, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury. You can do it. This is good for you. I think seeing that this time is very highly catalytic in general for people. Very Uranian, right? Your ruling planet is in Taurus. As you are going to be catalyzed and have things kind of zap you into the places you ought to go to and be at, you will, by default, do that to your environment. People you're dealing with, situations, even people you randomly encounter. There's who might say something that will trigger something in them or make them think or direct them in a certain direction. It will seem random and meaningless, but in retrospect, maybe they won't even know, but in retrospect, the encounter will be meaningful. You will meet catalysts and you will serve as a catalyst this month. The planets are pretty much using you right now. But there seem to always be a balanced transaction when the planets use you, meaning in your energy and operate from and through your energy. 9 of Swords. So with all due respect to the nice philosophical, spiritual notions, which are relevant for you this month. Still, this is how you feel right now, some of you. Anxiety, worry, possible depression. I'm picking up on coercion. Don't let anybody coerce you into feeling guilty or ashamed of something you had nothing to do with. I mean, if you had something to do with it and you are guilty, this is you kind of dealing with the sensation of it. But if not, not. I guess it depends on you. You know best your situation. Bottom line, the feeling isn't so great. I think I'm picking up on some of you who are guilt. The word guilt is coming up to mind. Again, I don't know if it's a coercive guilt that you shouldn't be feeling or a legitimate guilt that it's about time you'll feel. I don't know where you're at on the spectrum of the reason. But again, the sensation. Show me more about this for Aquarius. The Fool. The Fool peeked at us from the bottom of the deck and then when it wants to be out, it's out. This is you as well. It's literally when it wants to be out, it's out. Aquarius. It's like I feel like this has just been, and right now, or really, really soon, like immediately, you're about to feel this full energy of like just, I can't do this anymore. I can't feel like this anymore. I just want to be free. I want to feel free. I want to be free. I want to have a lighthearted heart. I don't want to operate from shame and anxiety and worry. I just want to go out there and discover the beauty of the world. This is a new start, Aquarius. Your birthday not only marks a new start for you, but also it's a Chinese New Year. The year of the ox, if you're curious. Wheel of Fortune. Your new start is a symbol to the catalyst of a new start for the collective. You're literally kind of pulling the energy. The changes that you're making right now are the changes that others will be making soon to follow. It's not something you're necessarily aware or cognizant to. It's what you do. And as I said in the beginning, this is how it connects. Your actions, either directly or indirectly, will serve also as a catalyst to change and to other events within others. Some of you have a new destiny being written right now, either by you or by karma. Wow. Justice and Death card. Okay, this is huge. We went from 9 of Swords to the Fool, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, and the Death card. Massive. This is, okay, these are 4 cards. Never mind that 9 in itself symbolizes an ending of a cycle, right? And then right after that, and it was a brutal one, but right after that, this is a huge new beginning. This is a change. This is not the snake shedding its skin. This is the snake changing its molecules and turning into a dragon. It's like being a... Ooh, okay, I'm sorry. This is massive transformation. This is a molecular level type of transformation. The Fool, Wheel of Fortune, Justice, and Death. You are putting behind you, finally, like in finality, I'm sorry, a life path, a time in your life, a karmic cycle, most likely that has been going on for years. You're putting it to rest. You're burying it, literally. And it's almost like there's such a strong sense of liberation for your spirit, like freedom. Oh my God. Oh my God, you know the scene that just came to my mind? Mel Gibson in Braveheart. Okay. If I'm going to give you a spoiler right now, I don't know where you've been or why you haven't watched this movie, and everybody knows the end of this movie. Never mind, I'm not going to say exactly, but when Mel Gibson screams freedom in Braveheart, that, yes, there's an ending of some sort, a big ending that comes with it, and those who've seen the movie watched it. I just don't want to ruin it in case one of you didn't watch it. What? Go watch it right now. Not after this video. Go watch Braveheart. Thank you. Anyway, big ending to one aspect, but freedom to the spirit. This is okay, Aquarius, this is big. So if you've been super anxious and super worried, I see massive shift to that in February. 7 of Swords. I'm debating if it's in the reverse or not because it fell a little bit kind of. Let me see how it feels. Doesn't matter, same. Okay. You're finding, okay. You're finding a what's the word? I want to say way out, but it's not the appropriate word because it's very clever. You're finding a very clever way to get that freedom, to step out of this 9 of Swords energy we started off with. And all these major arcanas here, they're definitely marking the major planets that you have going on in your sign, and the planetary shifts and energies. Pluto here, still in Capricorn with the Death card, kind of also still working really, really hard on your subconscious. Cleansing, 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 cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. stripping you off of so much bullshit. Oh my God. This is brilliant. Oh my God. The cosmos is doing some work on you. Spirit is doing some work. Your own spirit, your own higher self is like, okay, time for your soul, your higher self is like, so I asked for a promotion for us and I got it, and so now it's time to going to require some bravery and some cleverness. King of Pentacles, which you're going to have. I see some of you being super creative and original and clever when it comes to your finances. You're really kind of forming a plan. Some of you are making like a long-term plan, you know, okay, my financial growth in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, whatever. You're setting, you're just like, okay, I got to sit down. You write it all down. You have a plan. You make a contract with yourself. This could be a work contract regardless, because we do have the Justice here. Some of you are signing a work contract that puts you in a certain status or in a certain position that is positive, could be beneficial for finances, but now we have Seven of Cups, and here you go. What else can I do? What am I missing out on? You have an opportunity here with the King of Pentacles to step up your game on several levels, but he's surrounded with the Seven of Swords and the Seven of Cups. There is still a level of confusion. I think it's because how your mind is used to possibly being confused. All of this, it was a hard time. It's been a lot. It was a lot on your psyche. It took a toll. So you're still like, so as you are about to do the really powerful moves, I'm picking up on some powerful moves, you'll be tempted to also feel confused. Just because maybe you're used to being confused. You're not confused. Maybe it's because it's happening really fast. You're going from not knowing what's happening, confusion, to a very specific, clear plan and vision. And you're like, okay, it couldn't have been so fast. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not as sharp. No, you're sharp. Just unless you fall trapped to it, and then you'll stop being sharp. You know. The Hangman and Judgment. So many major arcanas. This is intense. There's some intense energy here. I gotta tell you guys. All the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Death, Judgment. Those are very powerful spiritual catalysts. They also the Fool. All of these cards. They come and they transform you. This is a completely different type of lifestyle. Almost. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups, sorry. And the Hierophant and the Empress, wow. Okay, so some of you are going into a very serious commitment, very loving, very mature, very spiritual, very down to earth. The connection is beautiful. So for some of you, this is like big love coming in. And if this won't apply tangibly, although with Jupiter coming into your sign, it can foresee that. Especially now Venus as well. Yeah, your love life are gonna look good. But this is like soul bond. This is very mature, loving connection. This is not like, it's not like a Three of Cups, fun energy. Don't get me wrong, this is very fun, but I mean like it's not like dating around. It's not like having an adventure, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not what those cards denote. This is like the Hierophant, Empress, and the 10 of Cups. Okay, so some of you, this is going to happen. Now, because these are general readings, if this was one-on-one, I'd be definitely like, whoa. say hello to your person. But because these are general readings, this can also portray an aspect of emotional maturity and a spiritual knowing as to what it is you're looking for, what it is you're worth. And when you tap into your worth, you know what you're worthy of, you know, and so it attracts only like partners or potential partner that aligns with that energy. So this could simply be you know, going on that path of, okay, from here on, a relationship will look very healthy, very beautiful. So yeah, it's either this or that, but either way, it's very good. Good news for your love life, Aquarius. Okay, let's go back for a second to the Hangman and Judgment here. I'm picking up on a certain delay in plans, like something that kind of forces you to hold back and either stay put or wait or not exactly know, you know, which turn to take or which path to take. But as you kind of surrender to it because of lack of choice and circumstance, the answer will kind of come. Okay, you got to be in one place in order for that answer to come in. So let's say you have a dilemma between a few options and you're not sure what to do and what direction to take, and you know, on one hand this could look like this and this can look like that, but you need to wait for an answer from this and you need to see first what's going on with that, you know, like one thing depends on the other. Wait, things will unfold perfectly and guide you exactly in the right direction. Because you're like, okay, I'm serious. I know what I want. I know what where my energy is at. I know what I want to be and want to do, but circumstances are all over the place. So many things are happening. It's hard to make a decision like that. Okay. If that's how you find yourself feeling, come back to this reading mid-month and later in February. Do so with all of my readings. If you jive with this, then bookmark it or something, because things really make sense when you look in retrospect. Anyway, so the Judgment here will clarify it. You got to take at one point, take the Hangman, like do the things you can do. Do things that you're certain of, like, you know, check off parts of the list, of the to-do list that you know you need to do for sure and you can handle and you don't need to wait on anyone for. And the rest will kind of follow. I personally think by the 20th. Guys, the major arcanas here are just kind of yelling at me. They're so intense. You are really, really transforming, Aquarius. Like, you are, I think by March, you won't be recognizable. I think people talking to you will feel like they're talking to a different person. You will look in the mirror and be like, who are you? It's very brave. I don't think energy is asking for your permission. But either way, it's brave to go through that, you know. Your heart is really, really, really expanding. And there's also like you like mid-month and on, you start seeing things from a different point of view as you evolve, as you grow, as things in your reality shift. You start looking at different situations in your life and of yourself from a different perspective, and it's a massive wake-up call as you look back at situations from this newfound perspective, from this new aspect of self. You realize things that you didn't realize before, that you saw differently, and it's mind-blowing to you. You're like, whoa, that was a completely different situation than the way I've analyzed it or thought of it at the time. And it's like, Show me more, please. For Aquarius. For February. Happy birthday again. 10 of Pentacles. I think some of you will get some news from family or regarding family, possibly family's finances, or something to do with a home. Some of you might be purchasing a home, moving a home. Some of you are going back to live with your family in some way, shape, or form, or to you might be visiting your childhood place. You know, when you go back to where you grew up, and you look at the swings that you used to swing on, and they used to feel so big, and now you look at them and they're so tiny. And you know, the different perspective, looking at the same thing from a completely different perspective. It's like, that's the best analogy I can give you for the month of February, that you'll be kind of feeling a lot. It could be literal, like the example I just gave. Some of you will get some news about finances from family that you didn't know about, or changed. There could be an inheritance coming in for some of you. With Justice on the 10 of Pentacles here, it a little bit insinuates that. The first 3 weeks seems to be like really intense, pulling in different directions, but you got this. You're going to be like a King of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. You're going to be super accurate, take things one step at a time. And then by the time we move to Pisces season, I think things will be way more settled and clear. Anything else for Aquarius? I mean, we might as well. The World card. Another huge card of completion and elevation and freedom of spirit. Because I have here the 10 of Cups and the Hierophant and the Empress kind of on the side notes, they were at the bottom of the deck. Alright, I'm actually... some of you are, tying the knots. If you are in a relationship or something, then it seems like you're taking it to the next level. If you're not, once again, you might be meeting your person, because the World card can't represent soulmates as well. Especially in this after tarot. See the images? As I'm recording this, I believe the sun is step 0. It just moved into Aquarius, into your sign. We have the Fool here, and then we have the Hangman, and then we have the World. So it's 0, 12, 21. There's everything here, the numerology, the cards, everything just marks a major restart. Completion and restart. February is going to be memorable for many of you, and for some of you it's going to bring huge financial success. It's not for all of you. Some of you are going to have to look at it like from a spiritual, psychological standpoint of feeling belonged and finding your place in the world, which is amazing on its own. But there is insinuation here for finances. So for those of you who deal with, world business, international business of some sort, contracts, this could lead, something is possibly going to lead to a huge contract, something that can reap big rewards in the years to come. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to end on this note. No. Okay. Again. I'm going to pull animal spirit. I mean the reading. Sorry, this energy is just kind of throwing me off. I'm going to pull animal spirit for you right now. And then I'm going to pull spiritual homework for you for the month of February by picking one of the major arcanas. I already have like 17 major arcanas on the table. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 major arcanas. 2 9s, 2 10s, 2 7s. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do something else. Sorry. I want you to see something here, okay? So, these are all the major arcanas as they came out in order. Okay. Actually came out in this order. Okay. Now we have 2 10s and 2 7s. And I said 2 9s because of the 9 of Swords and 9 major arcana. It's just the way I think. Very, very spiritual. This is some of you are going to experience some spiritual awakening. Some of you are going to snap out of a very, very difficult time. So a very liberating time. February will be the transition, but again, I think by March it's already settled. There's a lot of abundance, a lot of creativity. There are some contracts, work contracts. This could be a work opportunity that is shifting your life, you know, that you have to make a lot of changes, move, whatever, you know. And this is a change of lifestyle, not just move. This is also an appearance for some of you. The way you talk, the way you walk. It's like, now of course for some of you it will play out in different ways, but sorry, I'm staring at it a little more. For those of you who've been dealing with court issues, it's settled, it's finalized finally. And this might be the freedom aspect as well, of kind of breaking out of like a very tight grasp, and finally being able to kind of work for yourself or have abundance or build abundance. You're able to put your work and your ethics and your strength into something that pays off for you as opposed to trying to catch up with the past, you know. This could apply to many people due to 2020 that we just had, you know. Yeah, some of you are breaking out of a binding contract. Some of you are entering a very positive one. So, and your spiritual perception is changing, becoming more accurate, more sharp. Okay, animal spirit and then spiritual homework. I will continue this reading. The link is below. It's available on Patreon and on Vimeo as an extended. We will focus on the love life. We will look deep into you and your person of interest and the possibilities and how things are seemingly unfolding in February. And we'll also, after the tarot, we'll have a rune reading, okay? The Celtic runes. It's a great time to join Patreon. I would love to see you there. Animal spirit for Aquarius for February, please. One more. Just this, okay. Horse. Freedom. This is an animal that represents freedom. And look at his moon and his third eye. Freedom of the mind, freedom of the intuition, freedom of karmic and emotional blockages, freedom of fear. For some of you it's literal, maybe you're riding horses, maybe you're connecting with horses. If you have an affiliation and love and affection to this amazing animal, maybe it's an advice to you know, take a horse riding class or something like that. One more. And moth. I think this moth is this moon in the horse's third eye, the inspiration or the guiding force. Moths, you know, they're very whimsical. They come and go. You can't really see it. You know the term like moth to a flame. You know, they come with a certain like spark of inspiration, and then they either burn or leave. But bottom line, I think it represents like zaps of inspiration and of an inner knowing that will kind of take you one step at a time. Okay, I'm not sure of the situation, but I have a strong gut feeling and an understanding based off some of the reality that I have, that I can see uncertainty around me, that I need to take this step, you know, and it will kind of take you one step at a time, in a way. And I can't wait to see into this love, whatever it is happening. Okay, but let's finish up with spiritual homework for my seekers, my Aquarius seekers for the month of February. How can my Aquarian seekers support the collective for this month of February? What kind of energy can they harness? It's not a part of the reading. It's not a forecast if you're new to this. It's shamanic work, okay, that I'm guiding you towards. And you can do so if you want to. Of course, you don't have to. For my spiritual shamans, light workers, shadow workers, witches, and sages who wish to harness this energy to support the collective. What is the card for Aquarius for February, please? There's so many. Just one unique one. Of course. This is the butterfly that breaks out of its cocoon after completely breaking down to its molecular structure when it was a caterpillar and restructuring itself to a new shape of a butterfly. Very symbolic to the entire reading. So this is the energy you are guided to, you know, you are asked to help with the collective if you wish to. By default, you will expand and learn about this immense aspect of the human condition within yourself, because that's what the tarot cards do. I give way more detailed information about judgment on my class on judgment on my Tarot Masterclass Bunkai. If you're a student, link is below, you have access to it. If you're not my students, if you haven't purchased Tarot Masterclass Bunkai, you do not have to have the entire course to partake. I built it as a library. You can simply rent the class that speaks on the judgment. It's like $2. You can purchase it also for more, of course, or you can have the entire course. It's up to you. But if you don't have the means, or if you're not interested in the entire course, simply rent this one and harness the energy. Just watch the class, you'll understand. Take the spiritual and energetic aspect that I teach about it. Okay? All right, guys. This is also an insinuation that the massive completion will come in March, okay? But February, you will be feeling it, absolutely. So thank you once again, beautiful souls, brave heart souls, for joining me here. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to my TMC students. Thank you to everyone who purchased my Vimeo content, Karmic Shift and Liberation, etc. Thank you to my channel members for your loving support. I appreciate you very, very, very much for supporting the channel the way you do, all of you. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Morgane. Welcome. You are invited to join the Existential Shift by subscribing. Of course, press the bell button to receive notifications, because if you don't press the bell buttons, you're likely not to receive notifications. It's just how YouTube operates. Comment your thoughts and like. Happy birthday. See you soon.